Hi there, it's Daniel Lane, and I'm here to do my assignment on workman's compensation. I have a PowerPoint to accompany this little video here, so feel free to look at that and follow along. So workman's compensation is in every state, and it's basically in place to compensate employees and their families for death or permanent or total disability resulting from job-related endeavors, regardless of fault. In the text, the definition is a simple one, and that is employee insurance that provides income continuation if a worker is injured on the job. Okay, so the next question that I'm asking is, well, that's great. Who pays for it? The nice thing is that the entire cost of workers' compensation is borne by the organization. Its rates are set based on actual history of the company accidents, the type of industry and business operation, and the likelihood of accidents occurring. So you might assume then that certain jobs, like in construction and such, their rates for workman's compensation are going to be a lot higher than, let's say, that of a teacher. While there's a lot more crime that happens on campus nowadays, it's still a lot less than like in the construction field. According to the United States Department of Labor, which is my second reference. The first one was the book, and the second one is the United States Department of Labor website. The Office of Workers' Compensation Program, or the OWCP, administers 4 major disability compensation programs, which provides to federal workers or their dependents who are injured at work or acquire an occupational disease. They also cover wage replacement benefits, medical treatment, vocational rehab, and then other benefits, which it doesn't specify exactly what that is, but I'm assuming it covers certain costs of being disabled. And then my third reference was the Department of Industrial Relations Division of Workers' Compensation at ca.gov, which is California's website. And what I have to say about that is the Division of Workers' Compensation, DWC, monitors the administration of workers' compensation claims and provides administrative and judicial services to assist in resolving disputes that arise in connection with claims for workers' compensation benefits. DWC's mission is to minimize the adverse impact of work-related injuries on California employees and employers. So I think we all kind of understand pretty much what workers' compensation is. It's basically, and I'll go back to the original definition, it's employee insurance that provides income continuation if a worker is injured on the job. And I actually, my last job, I was driving bulldozer and loader for an outfit out in North Dakota, and we also ran these rock crushing plants. And I was told by my foreman to get up on one of the conveyor belts and dislodge big rocks that had piled up on the belt and stop the belt from moving. Well, in accordance with OSHA, which is Occupational Safety and Health Administration, we were supposed to lock out that machine with locks. Everybody's supposed to have their own key and their own lock. Well, my foreman didn't practice this. Well, seldomly, I should say. And he had, because we were always in a hurry, it was always about production, how much output could we get, money, 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 money. So at the end of our shift, when we're doing maintenance on these machines, I had to get up there and dislodge this material. Well, another employee saw that I was up there and went to turn on the belt to bring more material down and actually hit the wrong button, the belt that I was standing on, and shot me off the back of the belt. At which time I fell about 6 to 8 feet and landed in between two steel plates. Well, they were probably about this far apart, enough for my body to fit through. I mean, I landed perfectly in between these steel plates, but on the way down, I whacked my leg on one of them. Had I landed a little bit to the left or to the right, I could have cracked my head open, I could have died, I don't know what could have happened. But I whacked my leg, fortunately not my head, and it busted a nice sized laceration into my leg, which ended up getting infected, and a huge hematome formed on my leg, which is basically a buildup of blood on the inside of my leg. It was about the size of my fist, just a big ball of dark blood. And I ended up having to go on workman's compensation, which is why I chose the subject to discuss. And believe it or not, that was not a fun experience whatsoever, because these organizations, they are doing whatever they can to minimize the cost for the employer. And it was very difficult to get any kind of real good care and treatment while I was injured. And they're not fun to talk to on the phone. They're just not very much fun. So fortunately though, on the positive side, I did get funds to go to the doctor and go to the hospital, and I ended up having to get on IV with antibiotics intravenously for several nights because it got really infected. And they ended up covering all that, which was, you know, thousands of dollars in doctor bills and emergency room visits. But they did not want to give me any money for my time off, and I never did get any money for my time off. They forced me to use my vacation pay and my sick leave. And once I was out of that, I was just out of luck, and it was just a company policy. So that was on the company side, but also workers' compensation. They're not very fun to deal with at all. All the doctors' offices that I talk to, they all hate dealing with workers' compensation. Fortunately, it is an institution in place that does favor, or at least attempt to favor, the employee and cover them in case of an injury, but it is not user-friendly. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. I hope you learned something from it, and be safe out there on the job, and hopefully you'll never have to use workers' compensation. Thank you.